Hi, this is Allison Dawrant coming to you from my art studio here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I'm really excited to introduce to you my most recent art collection, which I had painted over the summer, or created, I should say, because a lot of it is collage work, and it is titled the Purposeful Paper Collection. So each of these little works of art are on a base of 140-pound watercolor paper. And this was a paper that was extremely large, and it was repurposed by creating a journal. So I folded up this large work in progress into a journal, which when folded, it measured approximately 5 by 7 inches. And then over the summer, I just really enjoyed pulling together these little collages with papers that I, have had surrounding me with, different experiments on. All of these are handmade papers of different types where, I had just kept them because I loved something about them, whether it was the colors, the techniques, the textures. And I feel like this collection is almost a cohesive patchwork artwork that has kind of come about from repurposing these little explorations on paper. So colors, mark making, and techniques that I've really come to love. And it was fun to do over the summer because with my lifestyle, which can be really busy, my intention was to fold up this really large work in progress, this paper, that I realized was not going to come together as a final piece, but I made it into an art journal. And for those of you that follow me, you'll know that I love art journaling. So this is just an example of one of my handmade, hand-bound journals. And it doesn't really have much rhyme or reason, but it's well loved. It's still sort of a journal in progress. And my intention was not to tear up this large work journal that I had made. And then it just came together that I started to really love each little mini work of art, each page. And I decided why not make these into 5 by 7 inch, which really fit the way I had folded the paper. For those of you that have ever done art journaling and you know what a zine is, it's taken from the word magazine, but that is sort of the style of journal I had made. And then I realized the folds were all 5 by 7 inches beautifully where I could create these collages. So each of these works measures 5 by 7 inches. And they're very sturdy because there's at least one very firm 140-pound cotton watercolor paper as the base. And you can see in this particular one that some of the artwork is behind, and that is what happened when I folded the journal. I just picked a side, and instead of what we call breaking a blank page, that blank page was already broken. It already had something as a jumping off point for me as a creative to work with. And this background, you could see, was that large work of art, and I incorporated that into this abstract collage piece. So just to introduce you to these, so there's 9 of them. They're 5 by 7 inches, which this is about the size of an HB pencil, but I'm going to use my well-loved paintbrush for scale. So 5 by 7 inches, fairly small. You can see next to my hands, which are small. And each comes with a mat which measures 8 by 10 inches. So this is the Purposeful Paper collection, and each of the 5 by 7 inch artworks are $85 Canadian, not including shipping. Shipping will be calculated based on the destination, but each will come with this white mat, which frames the piece beautifully. And I love the organic torn edges that I had sort of left on from when I tore up that journal. But this is just a really nice way of kind of cleaning up the art for presentation in a frame. So I will go through in another video more detail about the title of each of these pieces, and maybe I'll even do a video the techniques that I used if you're an artist or creative and you're interested. But this collection, it serves the purpose of, well, I titled it the Purposeful Paper Collection because I was repurposing this large piece of art, this large paper, and using it for the smaller works. And all of the little pieces that I've collaged on are repurposed hand-painted papers. Each in and of themselves had served a purpose of exploration and play and discovery of my own style and what I love and what I didn't want in my art. And I chose all of those papers that I loved and found a way to bring them together that was really cohesive in my mind as an abstract work of art. I plan to donate 25% of proceeds to ARCS, Alberta Animal Rescue Crew Society. So my artwork also serves the purpose of giving back to animal causes that I really believe in. I'm a big animal lover, and yeah, there's a Calgary and Edmonton location. So that's just a really quick glimpse into the Purposeful Paper collection. So there's 9 to choose from, and I am gonna list them on my website and launch the sale very soon over the next month. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, I do plan to notify those of you that are on the newsletter of the release date. So if there's one that you're interested in, you might be able to get the piece that you love. So yeah, thank you so much for being with me and supporting me and taking interest into my work. It means so much to me, and it also serves a purpose. Art for me is about staying present in the moment and enjoying the journey, and this collection really helped me do that, and I'm very proud of this collection and the way it's come together. It really holds history. I have a lot of memories about each of these painted papers and the decision making that went into them. Some more personal explanations, descriptions of the titles and the piece, which I can get into in another video. But at least, yeah, you can see these in person and get to know a little bit about how they came to be. I love the idea of repurposing. There's so much it's a consumer mentality, and in our society, I really love the idea of reusing, recycling, repurposing something that may not be given a second life. And this painting, actually, I'll end with, it's called Uncovering Gems. And for me, it was all about discovery and some of those little, what you would call pearls, or, I see this as a gemstone, and finding those gems into my creative practice and what I love, and incorporating all of those things, the colors, the textures, the mark making, into a piece that can then be, shared and put back into the world, and serving a purpose, hopefully, for someone else, whether that's, bringing them, calm or contentment, perhaps if they're looking at my art, or, maybe they associate my art with their own memory of something. So thanks again for being with me. Take care.